A detective realizes the suspect is dying. Hello friends, Private Investigator Purr at your service. In February 2023, the case of Lisa Edwards shocked the nation, exposing major failures in systems set up to serve and protect the public. A senior woman's critical pleas for help were ignored by the police, which led to her tragic death. Join us as we dissect this tragic event and the way law enforcement failed to live up to their duty. Before we move to Tennessee from Rhode Island in 2018, 60-year-old Lisa Edwards already had a history of health issues. After suffering a stroke in 2019, she became partially disabled and wheelchair-bound. In early February 2023, Edwards returned to Knoxville, Tennessee, excited to start anew. However, during her flight back, she experienced severe abdominal pain. Upon landing, paramedics took her to Blunt Memorial Hospital, where she was diagnosed with constipation and discharged. Seeking further care, Edwards went to Fort Sanders Regional Medical Center, where she was observed overnight but discharged early February 5th, despite her protests for more medical attention. Following her discharge, Edwards remained on the premises, steadfast in her belief that she required additional medical intervention. But instead of listening to her, this refusal to leave prompted the hospital security to issue a trespass warning to Edwards for her persistent presence and alleged disruptive behavior. God forbid something was morbidly wrong. When hospital security could not remove her, the Knoxville Police Department was alerted to the situation. This resulted in officers being dispatched to address Edwards' refusal to vacate the hospital grounds. Upon arrival, the officers encouraged Edwards, who vocally retaliated her inability to walk on her own, and her ongoing need for medical support. The conversation between the dispatched officers and Edwards in the parking lot went as follows. They asked you to leave, didn't they? Did the hospital ask you to leave? Yeah, I can't. I got nowhere to go. They just want you to go. I know, I can't leave. They want you to leave the property, ma'am. I can't. Can you help me up? I don't know what to do, honey.
They asked you to leave, didn't they? Did the hospital ask you to leave? No, they said they want you to leave.
Yeah, I can't.
You got to leave, though. They want you gone.
They want you to take me here.
No, they want you gone. You can't get where?
You gotta go somewhere, said the officer, to which she sadly responded, I'm sorry, I had a stroke. She even talked about being harassed by the hospital security. Well, who beat you up? The security guard in there, and there's the 3 nurses. When she mentioned she couldn't walk, also because of her shattered ankle, the officer said, Your ankle shattered? And they kicked you out? You must have been giving them some problems then. Not only were the hospital staff treating her poorly, but they were also completely negligent to the health issues that were visibly present. And the officer was paying no heed either. Will this agony ever end? Despite her pleas and the evident physical challenges she faced, the officer proceeded to arrest her for trespassing. The individual attempt to transport Edwards using a standard police wagon was prevented by her mobility impairments. This complication required that they come up with an alternative approach, leading to the decision to use a police cruiser for her transportation. Following the arrest for trespassing, Lisa Edwards was placed in the back of a police cruiser due to her inability to be transported in a police wagon. This decision marked a critical period in the series of events that led to a tragic outcome. The police officers encountered significant challenges while attempting to secure Edwards in the vehicle, given her physical disabilities and the discomfort she expressed. Oh, my back. Please don't let me fall again. Please don't let me fall. She even seemed to be in pain while taking small steps forward, constantly whimpering. I can't. Oh, my back. I can't. I pulled my back. I can't. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. But even then, the officers were unable to show sympathy to the poor disabled woman. Oh, the agony. Ma'am, you're going to have to get in so we don't have to push you. When her legs gave out, the officers became even more rude, and they appeared blind to the fact that she seemed genuinely in pain and needed assistance. Instead, they just shouted at her. "Ma'am, listen, you're going to have to get up there because we're going to have to physically put you up there if not. And that's not as nice. You've been medically cleared, so get in."
Oh my God. I gotta go down. Oh my legs.
Well, that's all that progress all. Ma'am, listen, you're going to have to get up there because we're going to have to physically put you up there if not. And that's not as nice. So please help us help you.
Oh my God.
You've been medically cleared, so let's get in.
My foot's raw. I can't. You're gonna break me.
Yes.
Her complexion seemed to be sallow, and she mentioned at least 2 to 3 times that she couldn't breathe and needed her inhaler.
Matt, you need to get in there.
My head, please. See it right there.
"I'm going to pass out," said the helpless woman, but it was to no avail. The officers even became a bit hostile.
I'm gonna pass out.
"It's not going to work, okay? It's not going to work. We're not doing this, so quit. You've been medically cleared. We know this. You're getting in one way or the other. So stop."
No, stop. Okay, it's not working. Okay, just stop. Okay? We're not doing this. So we're going to put you back there. We're not doing this no more with you. So quit. You've been medically cleared, so we know better.
My foot.
Listen, you're getting in there one way or the other, so stop.
At this point, Edwards couldn't move and kept requesting for her inhaler while the officers remarked, "You do not have any inhaler, but you do have 6 packs of cigarettes. Get up. Now you're starting to piss me off."
You do not have an inhaler, but you have 6 packs of cigarettes, ma'am.
I do have money.
Ma'am, I'm going to ask you to stand up, and I'm going to ask you to help me one last time. You can stop. I've had enough. Get up. Use your legs. Stop. Now you're starting to piss me off. Get up.
Oh my foot, I just said.
"I'm disabled," she muttered, but the officers continued pushing her in. "No, you are not. Use your legs. Get up."
You have to use your legs and quit. No, you're not. Use your legs.
I can't. They're broke.
Yes, no, they're not.
They are.
Other officers showed up to pressure her as well. "Listen to me. I'm not dealing with your mess this morning. You're going to get up in this van, and you're going to go to jail. We're done with you. I'm tired of this deadweight crap," said Sergeant Brandon Wardlaw.
Lord, listen to me. This is the Lord's day. All I want to do is give me some coffee and some oatmeal. I'm not going to deal with your mess this morning. We've already spent too much time on you. You're going to get up here in this van, and you're going to go to jail. We're done with this. I'm tired of this deadweight crap.
She barely managed to add in, "You guys can't do this to me," while the officers laughed and said, "You're about to get more charges."
What's about to happen? You're about to get some more charges. That's what's about to happen.
Okay.
Sit back. Quit coming
Oh,
out.
good.
Despite the poor lady's condition, the officers proceeded to the Roger D. Wilson Detention Facility. What they didn't realize is that throughout the whole episode, Lisa's speech was slowly starting to become slurred, a clear sign that there was something seriously wrong. But since the officers were so pressed that the hospital cleared her, they proceeded with their arrest. "Please put me on a stretcher, please, please," she begged on the floor, but she was told, "There's no stretcher for you. You guys are going to let me die?" heaved Edwards. "Help me up, I'm begging you." "You can get yourself back up," said one of the officers. It was during the transport when Officer Timothy DiStancio stopped and addressed another matter that they discovered Edwards was now unresponsive in the cruiser. This alarming discovery prompted an immediate call for medical assistance, leading to Edwards being rushed back to Fort Sanders Regional Medical Center, the very place which she had earlier been discharged. Upon her arrival to the hospital, Edwards was placed on life support, signaling the severity of her condition. "Please help me," "Sit me up. I can't breathe. You're going to kill me," are the very last words heard from Edwards, helplessly laying in the back of the police car. Sadly, she died the very next day, on the 6th of February. In the aftermath of Lisa Edwards' tragic death, the public release of body cam footage by the Knoxville Police Department ignited widespread outrage and deeply felt sorrow among the community, her family, and the general public. This footage revealed the distressing interaction between Edwards and the officers, her pleas for help, and the officers' responses leading up to her being found unresponsive. Her family condemned the actions of the police, labeling them as negligent and devoid of human compassion. They were particularly vocal about the perceived indifference toward Edwards' well-being and medical needs. The incident raised critical questions about the treatment of individuals with health issues in encounters with law enforcement and hospital policies regarding patient discharge. Fort Sanders Regional Medical Center, in response to the incident, stated it was conducting an ongoing investigation into the matter. Meanwhile, the Knoxville Police Department placed the involved officers, Timothy Distancio, Sergeant Brandon Wardlaw, and Adam Barnett, on administrative leave, which initiated an internal review to determine if departmental policies and procedures were violated. Sergeant Wardlaw was demoted, and Distancio and Barnett were suspended without pay for 10 to 4 days respectively. It is unclear if this is sufficient punishment, but an investigation and time will tell. Lisa Edwards' tragic death was one that could have easily been avoided had law enforcement taken proper actions, or even listened to her pleas in the first place. But who is to blame? The hospital that kicked her out, or the police officers who ignored her calls for help? Let us know what you think down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on Imperfect Criminals with Private Investigator Purr. Over and out.